The Penang South Island PSI is the Penang government's long-term plan to sustain the state's growth for the future. Anti-development groups or many who are not in Penang think that the PSI is controversial because it involves land reclamation. But according to the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (UNIPCC), reclamation is matured and effective technology that can provide predictable levels of safety. And to many Penangites who stay here, we are thankful for reclamation. Every day, tens of thousands of us use the LCE expressway built on reclaimed land. Hundreds of thousands of us work at Payang Lepas Free Industrial Zone, expanded on reclaimed land. Many of us have shelter over our head at low-cost and low-medium-cost housing built on reclaimed land. Penang is the second smallest state in Malaysia. We need reclamation to live, work and grow. In fact, some of those who criticize PSI are using and benefiting from all the development on reclaimed land. Actually, we Penangites are concerned for the environment too. Let me share 7 things on this. First, Penangites care for the environment so much that we ensure the PSI complies with the strict requirement of the Department of Environment. When Johor and Malacca wanted to do reclamation, they just went ahead without submitting Environmental Impact Assessment or EIA. The Penang state government has submitted not 1 but 2 EIAs, while projects in other states only conduct public display once. The PSI conducted at least 4 times to ensure public inputs are thoroughly considered. Second, not an inch of Penang's permanent forest reserve has been cleared since 2006. Over 161,000 hectares of forest in Pahang were cleared. Over 158,000 hectares in Kelantan were cleared. In Penang, not an inch was cleared. Furthermore, in 2020, Penang has gazetted additional 285 hectares of green space as forest reserve, increasing more reserve areas. Currently, Penang is also rezoning a large part of the middle bank as marine sanctuary for conservation. Not only that, the PSI project has involved in planting more than 3,200 mangrove trees and released 2 million fish fry to mitigate the potential impact of the project and to rejuvenate marine ecology. Third, Penang has rezoned over 12,400 hectares of land and sea areas as UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. The areas are now protected for conservation and ecological research with transition zone for sustainable economic activities. Fourth, since 2008, Penang has planted more than 300,000 trees and aim to plant 500,000 trees by 2030. Fifth, Penang was the first state that launched No Free Plastic Bag campaign. Then, 13 years after Penang has started, the whole country follows to ban free plastic bags. 6. Among the 13 states, Penang has the highest spending for environmental protection, over 200,000 ringgit per square kilometre. 7. Penang ensures that the planning of the Penang South Island PSI meet the standard of low-carbon city. The PSI incorporates studies from the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (UNIPCC), Royal Haskellin DHV, and Danish Hydraulic Institute. More than 22,000 mangrove sapling will be planted on Island A to create 4-kilometre mangrove forest with 20 acres of land as green lung. PSI even has an ecology offset master plan that includes the deployment of artificial reef and fish aggregating devices, releasing fish and prawn fry, building eco shoreline, and providing funds for marine research. The design of PSI has the potential to reduce emission by more than 45%. For this, the PSI design has won recognition from the Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation, an agency under the Ministry of Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change. Critics of PSI say that the project's green effort is greenwash. I think such smearing campaign is counterproductive. When Penang wants to improve, they use label to smear the effort, but their own home largely, if not completely, runs on fossil fuel 24/7. If we look around, there is hardly any long-term development plan like the PSI that gives so much priority to mitigation and improve the environment. Other advanced countries such as Denmark, Singapore, Japan and Germany are doing land reclamation. Developing countries like our neighbours such as Vietnam, Thailand and the Philippines are also reclaiming new land for development. The PSI will give Penang a competitive edge not only in terms of creating new industrial area but also being a development that is in compliance with the requirement of the ESG standards.